Welcome everybody to our live stream here. It's Sunday. And that means Simul Sunday. That's the way it's been and that's the way it will remain. Even after COVID has left us. Which I hope is soon. International Master William Pascal, we're hosting a long Simul here on lichess and Twitch. I am playing, taking on 25 players here in a classical game. Time control 20 plus 40. Extra time for me. Ambulance sounds are free. A little bit of fun between moves. So we got classical sound for 25 players. I'm going to open this up in a minute. No London system. Finish the game or suffer my wrath. No quitting in a few moves without a note from your doctor. Check out the live stream on Twitch. I think you are if you're hearing me already. Please always, replays always posted to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Guys, check out my YouTube channel. Video chess training on YouTube. Thanks everyone. Please support my efforts in any way possible. And good luck. But that's about wrapping it up, guys. We're going to get this thing started in about 15 minutes or less. 6:45 start time. Going to host the new Simul. I want to make an announcement to everybody that if you join our club, the Panda and Horses Club, you can play in our team battle on Tuesday. We have a multi-team battle with 6, including 5 other teams for a total of 6. Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central European summertime. So that's like 8 a.m. Eastern time in the United States. 7 a.m. for some people in Central Time, etc. Guys, come and support the stream and support the team for the streamer battle on Tuesday. We need as many players, especially really good players. People like Mr. Slowhand. Someone on sound, those players, 2,000 plus strength. These other teams like Tranquilizer, they're going to be pretty tough. Again, it's 2 p.m. CEST on Tuesday, so kind of extra stream. We'll still maintain our normal schedule with the Tuesday evening stream. We'll have a tournament, Blitz tournament that night, but this is like a bonus stream for the team battle on Tuesday. We've got a classical sound for 25 players here, guys. I don't know if the Simul page was working last I checked it. So, these people who are subscribers, I will accept in the Simul with almost no questions asked. Someone on sound, thanks for your support. Usually making a Streamlabs donation. So I take subscribers to the Twitch stream. Also, some friends who regularly attend my Twitch streams. Maybe you're not even a subscriber, but just come by all the time. I appreciate that sort of moral support. So those people are welcome to join our Simul as well. And finally, pick some noobs, some randos. If we need to fill up to 25 spots, you have to work for donations. Sorry, we won't have you, Mr. Soand. Good player, and we need all the really good players we can get for Tuesday. But it is an odd time. It wouldn't be my pick. I think that's maybe up to Merchea. I don't know, because he's streaming at that time usually. Maybe he's the brains behind it, but Tranquilizer and Merchea, Parleygrass set it up. And I would prefer a later time. So we just got a 500 donation and 10 emote share from Mr. Slowhand. Thank you. 500 donation. As I said, thanks everyone. Please do support my efforts in any way possible. Much appreciation to those who do. What do. Thanks for the new emotes. Masturbate getting in with 100. The wrath is real. Yeah, I wanted to give specific descriptions. Why do we have so few players signing up? Is this another problem with the Simul page? Share this page URL or let people enter the Simul. Share this page URL to let people enter the Simul. Is the Simul really messed up? Because I went on there before my stream started. There were other Simuls listed. I don't know, man. A lot of problems with lichess lately. Everything seems broken. Here's a Simul link. I mean, there were Simons literally working, right? Maybe they were old, though. How can you really tell? That's since last week it's been broken. Disappointing. Someone should make a post to the forum, although it'll probably be hopeless. It worked for you today. It was just there and then it disappeared. Yeah, it just breaks when I set up Simul's. It's like personally. Asterby, what's up? Ayeste, Mr. Slow, Nefedov. Let's get some more players in there. You mean my link was there in the Simul list and then it disappeared from within? That sounds like a bug to me. Or someone's discriminating against Sladgy. Yeah, last week I threatened to like stop the Simul and restart it because it wasn't displaying or whatever. I only have 8 players. There's like an underground mafia that like controls Simuls on lichess. It's starting to get kind of annoying because there were tons of other players doing Simuls. Maybe they were old ones though. Another thing I noticed, Mr. Coffee, have you noticed this? I mean, I know they started Swiss tournaments, but it used to be that when you went to the tournament page, there were tons of like private tournaments on the tournament list, and now there's nothing there. Like there's almost no privately organized tournaments listed under tournaments. That's you know, a lot of things around here aren't working, it seems like. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit deterred. Mr. Slowhand just donated 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Yes. Merle Dixon is in the house. Autophagist. Supershell. Miro. Miro? Is that a different Miro? And John Kennedy. This is why Mr. Slowhand, 25 emote shared, why Mr. Slowhand can't play in our Tuesday streamer battle. He has to work to make donations. Mr. Coffee works to make donuts, and Mr. Slowhand works to make donations. Alright. So I'm going to throw the link out there. It might take us a little longer to get this started than usual. I have no idea why our Simul or any Simuls aren't showing up. But I noticed that thing about the tournament. You know, what's the sense in having tournaments on lichess if they're not listed? People can't play in them. I wasn't sure if it had something to do with Swiss tournaments coming along and then they had less tournaments or something, but I mean, once in a while I have some free time when I play in a tournament. You go to the lichess tournament page and it's not there. Post a link in a forum, I guess. God, I love forums. On Craigslist. Can we post a Simul on Craigslist? Got 7 minutes to start. Seven minutes to start time. It's like, are any new Simuls being listed? Guys, if you'd like to join my Simul, I'm just going to open the floodgates here. Even accepting players I might not normally accept. I do like to see an established account with some actual games. And please be patient. The Simul was a very long Simul. This player's a little too strong. Sorry. I can't accept like 2400s. You're like 2474 in classical. That's not interesting. Better than me. You're a stronger player than me. So I can't accept you. My maximum ELO rating is 2463 officially. 2470 unofficial. Can't accept a 2474 classical player. I'm sorry. Alright, guys. Posting in the forums, we're like desperate. I mean, that's really sad. One of the best features. This player is a CM. Your neighbor. Jim's neighbor. Alright. Some really weird noises coming from outside. Come on, guys. We need some more players. Yeah, I don't like it when I see big differences in ratings like that. Is there some sort of craziness going on outside? I think the ambulance was trying to get by. Another car. Chef Master. Lichess 2200. 2400 Blitz. Yikes. Alright, I mean, this is really pushing it. Oof. That's a strong player. Turkray. Non-stop ambulances. These players are either not enough games or too high rated. Different player. Come on, guys. We need some more players. We got to get started here in 5 minutes. Last call. This isn't good. Lichess is falling apart, I think. Here's the chat. Very disappointed in Lichess. Simuls aren't working. Tournaments aren't showing up in the tournament list. Astrobate, are you in the Simul? What are you doing not in the Simul? You like can't get in? Oh, you're in there. All right. Guys, Tuesday is streamer battle, 6-way streamer battle. Let me try to refresh this page. Wonder if that will help. Next world champion, 2700. I think someone is like hacking Lichess Simul so other Simul givers will be promoted. Looks like we're going to have a short Simul this week. Zen openings. Someone on sound, what are Zen openings again? Thanks, Mr. Coffee. Oh, you want to do that again? We're not going to have enough players at this rate. I'm just not going to accept someone 2474. My rating, the rating maximum is 2400. Funny, you also can't like decline people. I guess it's like not PC to decline people. It used to be like you could X them and not accept them. But that's not politically correct, I guess. Yeah, you're welcome to join, Robert. We're having a little trouble with the Lichess Simul page, so I don't think that everyone even knows the Simul is happening. Most of the people here are regulars. I rely on Lichess to promote the event. If it's not working right, then I'm not going to get 25 players. 80 games is fine. At this point, we're desperate. I'm accepting this guy with like 1200 based on 2 games, probably. Though I don't want anybody to drop out. I'm not starting with less than 20 players. DK guy's here. Good thing you were late, DK guy. I start the simul at 45, but we have again problems with lichess. Very disappointed as a supporter of lichess. I also don't like that the tournaments, private tournaments, don't show up anymore in the tournament list. They're too busy promoting things like events on Chess24. Don't really understand. Very disappointed. Maybe we could start in a bit. It usually takes 15 minutes for them to sort it out. Well, it's taken a week, Chef Master, because this was happening last week too. I don't think it's been fixed properly, or maybe it's just I'm on a sort of blacklist or something. My simuls don't work. It's been close to 2 weeks. Is this the way it always is with simuls, that they just don't work? Maybe I should do like a reservation or something. Can you like promote your simuls? I mean, sometimes I see people's like blurb up there, like posting a simul on Tuesday or something. I don't get it. What makes some of the simuls work and some don't? Guys, we're gonna start in 5 minutes, no matter what. Asios. No, it's not set to only members. There's some random new people in here. It's not me, it's just not being promoted on the lichess list. It's like a secret simul. They just don't like me because I speak my mind. All right. Mr. Slowhand gift. We had earlier, and also donations, gift subs. I don't know what it is, guys, but we got no takebacks. Is that the player that we were talking to? Said he had 80 some games. No, Tomas, we usually add like 50, 60 people. Because most times don't get as many players, of course. But I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years, you know. But this issue's been going on for 2 weeks. Like all simuls aren't showing. That's impossible. I don't know, is Robert here? I'm gonna start momentarily. You created one, it popped up instantly. You posted in someone else's simul that isn't getting any players. Don't usually do that. Yeah, I don't like when other people post simuls or stuff in my events. There seems to be a bug, but no one seems to fix it, which is bad. Alright. I'm just not accepting the players higher than I've ever been. 2474, that's too much. So we're going to get started. Otherwise, it's going to be too late. You don't have to turn off the stream. You may want to, though, if you find discussing the game to be distracting. I'm going to have to actually send messages to my... You know, if I know this is going to happen, I just assumed it was a one-off last week. I'll send a reminder to all the Twitch subscribers about the simul, you know, about the event. But I assume always that it's going to work normally. So, last call, guys. Anybody watching want to join the Simul? Last call to join. I posted the link here. If you're watching, everyone's welcome to play. I'll give it one more minute. Mr. Slowhand gifted a tier 1 to Robert. Simul might not auto-switch smoothly if the problem persists. Well, that was not an issue last week. It's just about being seen in the Simul lobby. Chess Madness 1770. Alright, that's cool. Last call. I'm serious. We need one more for an even 20. Well, it seems like lichess is getting a little too big for its britches lately. Serious growing pains. I just don't understand why they would promote events on other sites so much as they seem to do. Alright. You have to extra hard for your bonus. I'm so bored of Magnus Carlsen and Friends tournaments. Alright, let's get started. 19 players. Last call. For real. Nobody better drop out because we already don't have enough players. Oh, Darlo says thanks for raiding. Welcome. Dario. Thought it said Darlo, but I can't read. Dario from Serbia. You're welcome for the raids on Merchea. Yuval, I'm playing a Simul here. Can't accept blitz challenges. Last call, guys. Seriously, I'm not kidding anymore. We're late because of lichess Simul page problem, but we're just gonna start it. If I have to go with 19. I'm not kidding. This is the last call. I don't like the fact that lichess doesn't let you put late joiners in Simuls either. I know it would kind of mess up the whole procedure. It'd be difficult to program that into the site, I guess, but I still think they should do it. I don't want to do an even 20 with that guy. I mean, it's just, come on now. 2474 in classical is very, very dubious. I'm trying for even 20, but I can't get... I already had that one guy from Argentina who's like a master, but he wasn't quite that high rated. Wait another 5 minutes. Uber driver is late at times. Actually, Take Back is the one who's always late. I don't think Uber driver is going to make it. Because Merle Dixon is... Wasn't Merle Dixon in the Simul? Merle Dixon never joined? Merle Dixon was in the stream. He never joined. I don't want that kind of challenge, Chef Master. Very frustrating to play someone you can't beat. That's why I stopped playing engines. Alright guys, let's get started. "19 players. Alright, I'm gonna do this M mode again because that's fun. We've seen 2 players. Sorry. Secret Simul. I'm not even gonna remember actually. I'm not even gonna remember. I'm just erasing it from my mind. I don't remember those first 2. It's easy for me to forget stuff anyway. This was more fun last week when we did it like this. Then I can't choose the opening. I play against certain players to try to get an advantage. I never played the St. George in Simuls. I don't know why. Let's play a little wider variety of stuff today. Maybe. If I play every game with C4 with white, I might get to English against... If every game where I'm white I play C4, I have a 50% chance of getting English against someone on sound. Alright guys, sorry for the confusion about starting the Simul. Thanks for bearing with me. But Merle didn't join the Simul. We needed an even 20 players. Easier for me to do 19. I can really focus on the ones we have here. Actually, Morales isn't here. There's some regulars that aren't here today. Morales. He's not always here for Simuls, though. Just sometimes. So I'm playing some unusual stuff with black. I gotta just... Well, I can take my time a little bit more than usual because it's 19 rather than 25. Oh, no. Is Jim in the Simul? I don't even remember, but don't give me any hints. I'm not playing E5. I'm not playing A5 this time. You're going to bet on time scramble anyway? Playing all different stuff. A lot of E4s. There was like no D4s so far. Kind of weird. Thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks especially to Mr. Slowhand for the gift subs and the donations. Acerbate as well. Man, everything is like laggy and slow. Twitch. I can't say that lichess is actually laggy, but they seem to have a lot of bugs going on. It's weird because it does show up in the currently running Simuls just now. So, well, that's maybe the bug then. The problem... Yeah, like when I went to set the Simul up, I saw a bunch of Simuls that had players in them currently. So then you assume it's working. That must be the bug. Then the ones that are like registering are messed up. Knight f3 is a really frustrating move to play against, I have to say. I hate playing against Knight f3. Another e4. Literally nothing with d4. I played d4 in one game. I need a beer. Just finished my coffee. That's good. Alright guys, welcome to my Simul. International Master William Pascal. I'm going to try to move away from playing all these like King's Indian attack style stuff. Some lucky bastard got the St. George defense. We don't hand out too many of those. Nefedov probably got e4, e5. I can't even begin to guess who's who. I don't even remember who's playing. How can I guess who you are? Just the people in the chat are the only ones that I can recall. A few others. Oh man. Mr. Slow is here. It could always be DK Guy or Mr. Slow. I've got nothing against the King's Indian. I hate playing against the King's Indian because I'm not really booked up. That's an opening where you have to be well prepared. So I've been playing all this G3 stuff to avoid any kind of critical lines. Jim, good game. Good luck. Caro Khan. Did I get lucky? I didn't play any Caro Khans. This is Nefedov. I should play Bishop C4. I'm afraid everyone is like the same people. Alright. Don't want to continue my experiment from last time. Schliemann. In honor of Nefedov. Oof, A4. Now, who's played that against me? Somebody played that against me, Morales, but he's not here. B4, I think, is usually played. I tried bishop e7. It's a rare move, though. It's a good move, probably, but not common. Masturbate? Would you do that? Did I show that idea to you? Now here, I don't know. I intended to play d5, I guess. I'm experimenting a bit here with stuff I don't play that much. Senor Coffee. Blobix isn't here, right? Ayeste or Nefedov. The Slav players are very distinct, very faithful to their openings. So we're going to leave it in Zen mode till the opening stage is over. Then we'll have the reveal. If it's a semi-Slav, I know it's Ayeste. What would Nefedov do? He'll play like a normal Slav. I can tell them apart. This is a Queen's Gambit decline. That's a nice change of pace. So I'm playing what here? It started as a what? As an English? It started as an English and transferred. Who would do that? A new player. We don't have that many people who play the English that are here. Or anybody that I can think of, actually. HTFP is not here, right? First day of summer. Summer solstice. Solstice. Knight takes f7. Acerbate. What do you call a Cochrane Gambit in the summer? It's a bad chess joke. Solstice is one of the only players who plays that. Alright, knight f3, eh? Whatever. Failed to take advantage of that. Could be Acerbate. He's the kind of player who would play knight f3 against a Nimzovich. Do I have two Alyekin's defense? You gotta stop playing the Reti. Terribly hopeless opening. Alrighty, Bob. Bob's not here. A5. That I didn't expect. Wow. So how does white protect the e4 pawn? Without knight c3, obviously. I've been having good luck with this g3 stuff. Gonna stick with that. I feel like in the queen pawn games you can play g3 without knowing book too much. Here's an interesting move order by black. c5 right away. Well, knight f3 would also be a form of Catalan. Form of an iceberg. Okay, so this is Nefedov. My first call. My first opening call on the Zen mode is Nefedov. I wish the boards had like numbers. This one here is Nefedov. You've been identified with that Slav accepted. What are we going to do? Should we try to play? Yeah, well, we can tell when you go knight h4, bishop c8 or whatever. Did I play 2 Schliemans? Or was that the same game and the move just didn't go through? Interesting question. I guess I'm playing the King's Indian here. I'm always hoping for the London. I banned the London from the Simuls, but I still kind of hope for it secretly. Don't know who this could be. Could be a lot of people. I blundered castles against Clash Kid or Alms. I guess it was Alms. Like last year in one game. Just moving quickly, not thinking about what you're doing. It's easy to just like, especially if you don't play the Joko piano much, just castle feels like a natural move. I mean, it's probably not that bad for white, but it's a serious mistake. Just don't sacrifice a piece in the first 5 moves for nothing, Acerbate, this time. Try to make it worth our while. Very unusual move against Alyakin's defense with b3. But it does sort of create a unique problem here for me. I have to be careful of the long diagonal. But just like young Kamsky. c3. I guess we're just going to transpose to a passive, London passive formation. My other Slav, last time Ayeste played an e6 setup against g3. Now, he could have modified his game. Modified. Maybe he modified it and looked up like bishop f5 is a good move, or it's just a different player. The Slav is so popular. I'm not ready to decide if this is Ayeste or not. My other car is a Slav. Alright, it's like one of those bumper stickers. Yeah, that's funny. Cheesy chess bumper stickers. I don't know what I'm thinking about here. I attempt to play the Pirts sometimes. First row is covered by the banner. Oops, thanks for noticing. I don't know how that happened. That's odd. Funny that no one else mentioned that. But I'm not quite sure how that happened. Sorry about that. We should be able to fix it. Thanks for mentioning that, DK guy. Knight f3, no f4. f4 is the main line here. This is an unusual move as well. I've never faced that one. And I have to confess, I'm not entirely sure what one is supposed to do about it. d6 is very tempting, but it might lose a piece. Other than that, it's great. So d6, knight, queen a4 check, knight c6, and d5 wins a piece. We can't do d6. We can kind of solve this position by process elimination. I mean, I think white also is threatening to play queen g4. The French style move. We're almost forced to play knight e7 now. Knight c3 main line. We know we're not playing Nefedov. We know where Nefedov is. Alms isn't in the stream, right? Guys, listen. Listen up. Everybody, we're hosting, not hosting, but we're playing in a team battle on Tuesday. Tuesday team battle. So join us. 6:30. Should I play b5 first here? We'll get bishop c4, maybe a sort of hippo thing. Man, I hope this isn't someone on sound. Someone on sound? 97 bishop c4. I guess I could play b5. Bishop d5, rook b8. That's weird. I guess 97 is the right move. Mr. Coffee. Uh-oh. I think we're on to something here. Mr. Coffee's favorite theme in chess is like trading off his bishop on g5 on f6. So we'll see what happens in this one. I was expecting a London system. You forgot to turn the volume down for the Ivanchuk yesterday. That's funny. How does your wife feel about Ivanchuk? Chucky. I like how on lichess it calls him Vasil. Does he actually ever go by Vasil? I didn't know that. D3, so we got the two sort of main lines in the Schliemann, the main modern lines. Now I would bet on Alms if he were here, but he's not here. Who else plays the Tarish? One of the new guys. A little passive even by Mr. Coffee standards, if that's Mr. Coffee. Could be anybody. I mean, I'm not convinced this is necessarily Mr. Coffee here. Could play h6 and wonder. Wonderment. Wow, c4. I can't even remember if Jim is in the Simul or not. In fact, I never remember much at all. I mean, you'd still be Wasili or Wasili. It's not much of a nickname if you're just cutting off one letter. Nefedov. Here in the Slav. Vasily is a Russian spelling. Interesting. Then why do you never ever see anybody calling Vasil? I mean, I remember like no examples in the 30 years that I've known of Ivanchuk. No examples of him ever being called Vasil. It's funny. I guess in the West we just don't even care. Mr. Coffee, you wouldn't play bishop c4, so this has to be somebody else. We just call him Chucky. Exactly. Chucky's better. That reminds us all of that horror movie with the scary doll, which is kind of funny when contrasted with Ivanchuk. It makes it more funny because he's so unlike Chucky. Sort of harmless and nice. The opposite of Chucky. So what do we do? Did you see what he does though? To all the people he played on lichess? He offers draws when he has a winning position. I was like, why is Ivanchuk 1300? And then you check his games, and like every time he gets a winning position, he offers it. They're all like casual games or whatever, but he just like offers draws when he gets a winning position. Everybody accepts. It's just kind of funny. This bishop e6, not really as bad as its reputation, probably. I never personally Yeah, I don't think I was ever in the same room with Ivanchuk. Trying to think. I'm not sure I was ever at a tournament where he was there. But everybody says he's a great guy. He's a little strange, but in a good way. All right, so this could be Ayesta, it could be someone else. I'm really unsure. Now queen b3, queen b6. Something like c5. Don't really like playing those structures personally. I'm not a fan. Bishop d3 against the Pierce, it's a rare move. Rare move, how to take advantage of this rare move. I guess you just play like e5. Not the way like most Pierce players want to treat the position though. I'm not sure about my decision to play b3. I guess I could have played knight a4 against that Tarash there. Yeah, I'm kind of regretting that quick decision. I really should have gone for that. I really need to break white center here. But d6 again. I mean, d6 might work now. But I mean, how would I even recapture on d6 if he takes on d6? d6, queen a4 check, knight c6, d5. Even that variation looks kind of sketchy, but maybe I should castle. Bishop e2, just when I thought we were going to see bishop c4, something aggressive. b5, a4 can always be played. My friend Sebe Attila plays the modern. He won a really brutal game just a few months ago, making it look easy to like beat 2200 players. I don't really play the modern much, so I'm just going on general ideas. b6 is more passive. Thanks guys for supporting the stream, for showing up. Streamer battle on Tuesday. Please take part if you are a member of the Pawn and Horses Club. We need you to join up. Go for it. So Nefedov is the only one I'm sure of thus far. Show your supports. Yeah, I wish I had played knight a4 in retrospect. I could get a more active development like bishop on e3. So now black usually plays bishop c5. There's also d6, I guess. Am I supposed to play d6 there? Doesn't seem right. I just don't think this is Mr. Coffee. Could be. He's just playing quick. BG5. The Bee Gees. You're making me want to play my bishop to the other square now. What's this about? That's a little too quick to be Mr. Coffee, I think. Could be wrong. See if he takes on it. Actually, if I play this, actually, there's no reason not to play it. Wow, C3. Supporting the center. White is doing a good job, I guess. Queen F3. Queen F3. Does that seem right? Yes. Giving up that bishop on F6. Maybe this is Mr. Coffee. Playing E4. Well, it's always possible. Given the predilection to exchange bishops on F6. Mr. Bishop F6, they call him. Maybe it's time to play E4. Like, don't have a lot of choices here. Tuesday command edited. A4. Oh, maybe this doesn't work. I thought I could play, wait. Actually, B4, knight D5, A5. A lot like the Seba game I was talking about. It is possible to take on A4. Whoever this is must be really prepared with a hyper-accurate specialty move order. Could be someone on sound. Few people would be that precise. Carefully played bishop E2 along with their queen D2. Making me suspicious. I thought I had bishop B7, but take, rook takes, queen takes, knight takes B5 kind of bugged me in retrospect. I sort of underestimated that. Yeah, White's playing way too fast here. This is some new player. Which I hate when people do that. There's no sense playing bullet in a 4-hour simul. Maybe this is someone on sound. He has a fascination with playing Queen A5 lately. Doesn't look like a move Ayeste would play either. It is a very strange and unnatural sort of moment to play Queen A5. It's like trying to prevent bishop A3. That's a move that I used last week against Ayeste and Miralles. I mean, it's possible he could play such a move to try to stop bishop A3, but I don't think it's worth it. I mean, placing your queen on that crazy square seems a bit odd. Sidanx. I don't know how to say your name, but Sidan Tex. Sidan Tex. Ah, this is Mr. Coffee then, playing black in the closed Catalan. We've had that before. Nefridov. Playing E6. This is like Dingley Ren versus Carlsen. Right? Nefridov. I don't play this line. Now we have to attack the center before it's too late. Now I can safely attempt d6 without, like, getting crushed or something. So let's just, for argument's sake, say I play knight c6. I mean, how is white protecting the a5 pawn? With queen a4? It's pretty unnatural. But it actually may not be that bad. I would never normally automatically put my knight there so early. Jim, what's up? You're not in the Simul already, but we have a b3. One of Jim's followers. Warnaki. So 3 quitters already? Unbelievable. Coffee day. I need to get developed here. 97 gets a bishop trapped. That's not good. So I want to play f5. Any reason I can't play f5? And this player just used up all their time. Acerbate's playing the Slav now? When did you start playing the Slav, man? Mr. Quick. I had the spiciest Indian food today. It was devastating. I couldn't even eat it. Speaking of Indonesian beans. Chicken vindaloo. It was so heavily spicy that I literally couldn't finish my food. Vindaloo cirke. Alright, why can't they take that pawn last move, by the way? If I castle... One of my students played a game recently where they dropped a bishop on c5. Mr. Coffee, is it you with b6 there? Oh, this line. Okay, so this is correct, yes? This is correct. Believe this is normal. Knight d1. Didn't expect that. I thought that, like, white was necessarily going to play knight d5. Knight d1 looks strangely passive. Maybe it isn't. Sound on sound. My sound sounds a bit distorted. Hello. No, I think it's you. It must be you. This is a strange move, knight d1. Extremely passive. There goes our theory that this is someone on sound. I mean, it's always possible. I wouldn't completely rule it out, I guess. Nick DeFermian said you should protect pawns with pawns, but in this case, weakening b5 really doesn't excite me too much. Bishop on d3, he's got a Greek gift sacrifice for me? Certainly not. Could be. DE, bishop takes h7 check, king takes h7, knight g5 check. Whoops. That could be a serious problem. Wow, I guess we can play knight g6 if we have to. Even knight f5 for that matter. But it might actually be a threat here. Damn. Man, that looks literally dangerous. literally dangerous. DE, bishop h7 check. Just doesn't seem fair. Maybe I have to play knight f5 because the other moves are too passive. Thank you guys for supporting the stream. Oh, phone interference again. Are you serious? Knight g6. You're just trying to distract me. Man, we don't have a lot of choices. DE, bishop h7 really works. Holy crap. Bishop h7, king h7, knight g5 check. You could play like king g6 there. Queen g4. f5. Queen g3. f4. Queen back to g4. That's just too chaotic. I don't want to deal with that. Knight g6 I'm not sure about that I like it either. That leaves me only with knight f5. Is this seriously? Mr. Coffee, for real? No love for dark-skirted bishops. Could it be Mr. Coffee just playing super fast? Not out of the realm of possibility. Why would he be playing so fast? He's never played that fast before. Ayeste with queen a5, huh? Strange. Strange setup. Quite interesting. Could be. The real Slim Shady. I don't know which one is Mr. Coffee. He's playing every board. Alright, the old bishop g4. Yeah, this is disappointing. I even played c4 to try to avoid this. I literally did. No, it was a c4 move order. Okay. Thought it was knight f3 first move. I hate this stuff, man. Okay, queen e2 now. There's no queen going to a4, so I can try to steal that pawn with knight c6. For lack of a better option, I really, I don't have a better idea. Speaking of tournaments, what? You came 9th out of 1380 players in the Eastern Blitz today. Wow. That's a lot of players. Sounds like a poker tournament. Black, whoever this is, had a similar game a while back. But I have knight takes d5, bishop f2 check, rook f2. Knight takes d5, bishop f2 check, rook f2. Knight takes d5. I gain the bishop pair. My kingside structure is compromised. Interesting. Not gonna do it. Nice performance, TK guy. I still think you're below expected. Any berserking involved there? Now h4. So if you play h5, I have an interesting move. h5, knight h3, knight on d to f6. f3, then hack that off. Then my knights are misplaced. All right, queen c7, non-typical. e5, bishop e7. I guess queen c7 is a normal move. I said it's non-typical, but it actually is normal. Is it not? Is it not? Queen b6 is the other move. Novikov played against me. One or the other, I can't remember. A lot of theory in the Najdorf. The Sozin is not very popular these days, I would imagine. No. Whoever this is has a pretty good positional idea. What they're trying to do here. Ridiculously fast, too. Okay, so now what? Beats me. So if I castle, knight d5 or something? Nefedov subscribed. 35 months. Big difference. 35 months, that's almost 3 years. Nefedov, thank you. So bishop g5, I don't think I've done anything wrong here. What if I play h6? My white squares go. Take, knight d5, queen d8. I mean, how bad is that? How bad is it? Can you actually do some damage? Very likely. Bishop e6. I don't like it. So I don't remember what you're supposed to do here. But knight d5 feels uncomfortable. I mean, technically it doesn't threaten anything. Technically, what are we supposed to do? Oh, man. This is all the rage, but it seems like d3 against the Schliemann should be completely lame for white. If that's the best you've got against the Schliemann is d3, you're hardly refuting the opening. I think that it's just popular because it's like easy to play. It's not objectively that dangerous, but my theory is... I've only kind of glossed over the variations a few times. I can't remember this particular position. 3 years. Almost. Danke. Danke. What's up, guys? Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the stream. Gift a sub. Playing classical Simul here. Shortly we will reveal who's who. I just absolutely cannot decide on a move. I cannot decide. I don't know. I think I could have made a mistake already. I don't see what move I made could have been incorrect. It's just a question of what the best move is in this position. It doesn't seem right for white to trade off that dark square bishop again. But castle's 95. Castle's 95, 97. Knight f6, pawn f6, bishop h6. Feels like I'm losing the exchange around there. I really don't know. Okay, this just looks like a bad move for white. Knight b5. Masturbate? You wouldn't do this, right? This could be Asterbate. Not really his style, but... I mean, Knight b5 just looks like a bad move there. I don't think it's him. I'm saying it's just possible. Now bishop g5. Speak of the devil. Everybody's playing bishop g5 in every game. I'm pretty sure that is Ayeste. I was literally thinking about knight df6 here. This is a stupid move. Why would I even consider that move? Oh my god. I think this is someone unsound. But I don't really agree with his decision to play knight d1. Yeah, I'm going to make the prediction this is someone unsound. Could be wrong. I'm usually wrong. We got to do something here. Knight f6, knight g5. I mean, that's what Wade is really banking on. And now this. Empty threats. Wade has empty threats. Very solid position, though. My b6 pawn could get... It's alright. So my theory was that this was Mr. Coffee most recently. Theory and practice. Greed kills. Just took that pawn. Castles. What else would I play, right? Castles, queen c4 check, queen d5. I mean, I guess that's like something, right? It's a position. Kind of direct approach. The direct approach. White's just playing way too fast there. There goes the dark squares. Gonna regret that. This is Ayeste. His experimental idea with Queen A5. Actually pretty solid. Strange. You should be able to play like you have the initiative with black in such a position. Like, why would that be justified? Basically a winnower. A4. Didn't want to drop my A6 pawn. That's a good move, A4. This player is a new player to my Simul, making almost instantaneous moves. I have C5. It's anti-chess, but might actually be a good move. Anti-chess. A lot of people who love their dark squared bishops here today in the house. For the lovers of dark squared bishops, it does seem greedy to take that pawn on A5. Greedy. What about bishop E7? We'll just play it safe. Better safe than sorry. So this is theory. This is theory, right? Should I play A3 at some point? A3, king H8. We would need to get our rook over first. I can't remember. Queen H4, check. Becoming an idea there, Nefedov. We don't want any of that today. Do I have a choice, though? I mean, I guess I can exchange on D7 and play E4 and just take the pawn, right? Knight D7. Knight D7, Knight D7, E4. Bishop G6, bishop takes C4. Or I can try to play knight takes C4. Then there's these tricks with E5. Yes? I'm getting in some sort of complicated business there. Pawn takes or queen takes? Yeah, the dark squares look horrible for white here. We will take those dark squares. Wow. OMG has been called. Is this possibly acerbate? No. Who plays C4 amongst us? Who could be guilty of playing C4 on move 1? Well, anyways. We've identified basically 3 players. Now, would someone on sound have played bishop E2, knight D1, and bishop C4? I have serious doubts. looks like the threat is bishop f7, king f7, knight g5 check. Not sure, but that does look kind of dangerous. I guess knight h6 is a move, right? Anyways, a reasonable move. It's like a vortex. Welcome to the vortex. Bishop e6. Right, okay. That makes sense. Sometimes white plays bishop c2. h3 is a normal move. Rook e1. I wonder if this is Jim. Jim's not playing, right? a5, bishop a6, anybody? Feels right. At this point, it's one plan. Stir coffee. I'm going to fall into some sort of trap here. e4, ed, e takes f5. I do not play this variation. Seriously, what's going on? Knight e5. It's like, maybe it's not theory. This is not theory. Knight takes e5. A couple more moves, guys, and we'll do the big reveal. Bishop c4 is pretty attacking. After that comment, it can't be you. You're like making fun of bishop c4. Knight e4, knight e4, d4, queen d1 check? What? Is this even possible? That's weird. So how did this go? He's playing e5. What? I don't understand how that even remotely works. Okay, the only trap is like de, queen h4 check. If e4, maybe pawn takes d4. Pawn takes f5, pawn takes c3 with a complicated situation. But this, maybe I'm missing something. Okay, so knight e5, de5, and then what's the big deal? Queen a5 or something? I guess that makes sense. You free your position, you sack a pawn. I mean, I'm just not sure. This doesn't look like book, but I don't play the line, so I don't know. All right, what just happened? Took the pawn on e5. No Greek gift sacrifice. I can do pawn takes pawn. I doubt that's the best move. Pawn takes pawn, bishop f5, and then pin the knight on the e file. Black really needs to get developed here. So it's just like knight d7. Is queen f7 a good idea? Might be. You know, it just might be a good idea. I mean, guarding laterally with the idea of... have to watch out for bishop b4 or b4. b4 is going to be a serious problem for me. That's part of the trap. So whoever this is, like, knows this. It's a very bad position for white there. You're in time for the big reveal. If only HTFP was in the Simul himself. Have so much more riding on it. Very complex position here. He's got a lot of knights going to f2. How's my white square bishop doing? What if I take on d4, then play knight e5, hitting his bishop? Pinning myself. Not convincing. It could be someone unsound. Everyone who tunes in thinks I'm talking about the position, not the player, when I say that. Knight h6. The way he's not exchanging stuff. Yeah, that's probably him. Characteristics rather than opening. It's funny how you move the bishop twice, though. No, 3-0 is not my forte, but it's casual. So that's right. Alright, I have a plan. I had a plan. Man, that gives his knight a good square. Bishop, knight, whatever. Ayeste. You got for me f5. Wow. f5 was played. Preventing e4. Black's playing on castling queenside. Pink lemonade. Does anyone know what's going on around here? I do not know. Alright, so what was the move here? He trades knights and then plays knight d7. I guess I was expecting something fancy like queen a5. I am skeptical of blacks having full compensation here. And I had a game like this the other day, literally, in the All-Star Arena. Not good. That is not good. Now we've got stuff. We've got stuff with g5 and knight takes d4. Yeah, I'm no longer convinced that we should be going after... It's tempting to do g5, bishop g3, g4, go for the d4 pawn, but... It's very complicated. Man, I don't know. It's certainly not the safest policy here. I don't know. What do you think, Acerbate? You want to play the St. George? Acerbate says castling into a sheetstorm. Oh no, you're certainly not that game, are you? You didn't castle queenside, Asterbait. That can't be you. Work takes too much of my spare time. I have the same problem. Man, I'm having a trouble. I am definitely having a trouble here deciding what to do. Let's go for it. When in doubt, just do the reckless thing. Space. The final frontier. We just have space. H6. B4 as expected. Close to refuted there. This player swallowed an encyclopedia. How about castling? Not on your immediate agenda. All right. The church bell is pretty annoying. But I'm going to go with this, because I believe Boris Gulko would play the same. I like that amoeba in the center. May the force be with you. G5. Is that really Ayesta? I don't think so. Maybe we were wrong on this Ayesta game. Feels like we've got to do this. Just to mess up coordination for my opponent. Queen E7. Lined up with the rook on E1. I like that. Appreciate that. Got massive space advantage here. White's on the run. But planning a nasty little maneuver to F4. Oh man, I wasn't expecting that. Totally thought you were going the other direction. Faking me out now. So I take on C4. Drop a knight on D5. Could get pretty complicated. Sure, I like this move. It's all in the encyclopedia. Is this a dragon? Someone on sound? Reveal in the next couple of moves. White is starting F4 apparently. Badly outplayed by Unsound again. But I need to calculate. Speaking of swallowing encyclopedias, relatively similar to sword swallowing, I imagine. Knight f5. I don't really like my knight on a4 in this position. But we're in good shape here. I can take the pawn or play a more positional game. Pawns are good. Pawns are people too. Actually, knight takes c6, bishop f3 could be a little dangerous, I guess. Not really. So you took with the pawn. Now I have the file. Black should be better with that file. The file for a while. Not so easy to penetrate. And I've still got to watch knight f4. At least it seems aggressive. I don't know what to do. Help me. Wow. Totally unexpected. But when I start seeing like totally unexpected moves, it makes me think of Acerbate. Guys, next move we're going to do the reveal. I can take the pawn on a5. I mean, if you're going to force me to take something, I'm not going to open up the game for your benefit. But I like getting the dark square bishop too. Guess we'll take that. I hallucinated. All right, well, that's it for your king. I mean, your king is now living in the middle of the board. My knight is hanging. Somewhat important. Somewhat important concept. The dropping knight here. I guess knight f3 might be a reasonable idea. The most simplest. The most simplest fight. I like my queen out there, but it could get trapped. I was surprised by that immediate exchange. Uh-oh. Castle. Wow. All right, that's kind of frightening now, isn't it? Wow. Surprising moves. Nice knight you've got there. He's got 18 minutes left, too. Bishop d5. There's those tricks sometimes in the Sicilian, but this particular fellow well prepared. The fact that he got b4 and on the queen side, I don't really like that. Getting confused. Knight f2. Not the best square. Can't imagine why you would play that. Well, I guess I have to castle now. Drop a piece if I do. Are you serious? This has to be someone unsound. The almost perfect play. The strange moves. That's definitely him. Sees through every tactic. Oh, that's so disappointing. Knight f2. Wait, why do I have to lose a piece if I castle? That's so sick. What's the chances of that? Because I put my queen on d7. I should have put my queen on c8 instead. And now I could be castling. So disappointing. So what am I gonna do? We know who we're playing now. The strange moves. Bishop e2, bishop c4. You think that's normal? a4 and castling queenside. Conventional. Very conventional. I always play a4 in the modern before I castle queenside. It's almost hopeless. It's this pity about the bishop takes e5 that ruins my game. I just didn't think about that. Save a dog. He's immune from tactics, ever. I could just resign here. Black doesn't have a move, practically. He's defending his moves, so you know it's him. It's not important. The diagonal is not important. It is of no import. Not at all. Got to get developed here. All right, a couple more games. We're gonna show who all my guesses were correct. We're gonna show that all my guesses were correct. Did Asterbate actually give himself away on this one? I wouldn't have thought that was him. Mr. Coffee. I never had a sort of guess for DK Guy today. Nothing that really stood out. The pawn doesn't bother me. But losing my rook bothers me, actually, quite a bit. How am I going to get sorted out here? Speaking of sorted out. Okay. Could this be like acerbate? Maybe. Maybe, baby. Alright, so this thing. Would be blockading with a rook. DK guy, I don't have you pegged. Asking a lot from me. So is G4 a thing? This bishop really doesn't want to leave the game. Don't really want to trade that off. All right, this is over. Whoever he is, he didn't make it to the big reveal. We're hitting with D4 here. Is knight b4 a problem? You can prep it with A3 even. It's like, nah. All right, so we're gonna reveal. This player just a blitz player. I don't know them. Lichess 2217. I didn't think that was someone that I knew. All right, guys, don't forget to join the Pawn and Horses Club for the Tuesday tournament, Tuesday 6-streamer battle. If you want to join Pawn and Horses Club, I will accept when I get the chance. So that's Tuesday at 2 o'clock CEST. Myself, Tranquilizer, Mertea, Parleygrass, and 3 other streamers will be facing off in a streamer battle here. Multi-streamer battle. Alright, so the pass pawn is nice, but I think I can get it... I can keep it under control, not only on d6, but also in d7. This a pawn is hanging. That's a serious problem for white, but I don't necessarily want to drop my e pawn. We can probably manage this move. So this is Chef Master. I thought it was Ayeste until the g5 move, which looked a little bit too radical by Ayeste standards to be Ayeste. The Queen A5 move I also wasn't sure about, but it is kind of creative, and I wouldn't put it past him. But I was wrong. I suspected this was Ayeste, most of all. I don't think I put in an official report on that one. Okay, so Queen F7, King D7, Knight F3. I'm not really threatening anything there, am I? Yeah, maybe I am. Maybe I am. Go for it. My queen is close to getting trapped. Seriously trapped. But it's difficult to deal with that. He might have Knight G4. Yeah, that's a little weird. I could take the pawn on G5, actually. It's realistic, but a pawn is a pawn. So I didn't guess this one. It's a player I don't know. No takebacks. The St. George, I speculated there could be acerbate even. Difficult to guess players you've never played before, though. All right, so that one was not guessed. Here, Oss 2790. No idea who this was. I've never beaten them, so we'll see what happens today. It's a little ridiculous at this point. All right, we are up a pawn though, so maybe I can get a draw at least. B8, I guess. Try to get a draw. So Notch Papa, I thought maybe was Mr. Coffee. I was wrong on that. Lichess, yeah, we talked about this already. Looks like he's playing a bit too quick there. I was right about someone on sound, of course. Rook g3. The latest. Shocker. Very bad position for me, but what else is new against someone on sound? And then knight c4. So this guy's like blitzing me now. I liked my position earlier. Seems like our opponent is gaining confidence or something. 1907 classical based on 20 games. Well, I'm not sure I was right to like my position or not, but it's very sharp. I don't really have a safe haven for my king. 94. 94 bishop e4 d5 looks like kind of a cool idea. Of course, rook a7 might not be bad either. But I'm getting kind of concerned about this. Nefedov I knew. That was correct. Based on 268 games. You think after 268 games I could pick off who I'm playing. And I did correctly guess. Those 200 games made the difference. He's getting a little crazy there with f5. Radebrown I thought made a mistake releasing the tension here a bit quickly. Wouldn't have guessed who this was. I didn't really have a way to guess. I never really played this opening much, and your guess is as good as mine, basically. Alright, so his queen is pretty much pissing me off. That needs to go. How to make it go, though? Knight before queen e6 check, and I need to get my king out of the center here. Interesting position. I mean, something like queen at e7, queen f6, sort of logical. Maybe queen e7 is slightly safer somehow. Okay, DK guy, wow. I mean, there's no way I could pick you, right? You're playing the Najdorf. We would never have guessed DK guy playing the Najdorf. I feel like, I don't know. Somehow we left the main line here. Move 11, what's up? Move 11, you're available for Tuesday. You better be available for the Tuesday 3-0 streamer battle. I'm making everybody wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Eastern time. We need all the strong players we can get. I mean, everyone is encouraged to play, but I want to be competitive. Because winning is what matters, right? Yes, that. Now, Notch Papa finds a good plan. The classic. El Clasico. It's gonna be a tough battle after that. I don't know what to do. Yeah, my a7 pawn. Well, the a7 pawn, I can't just give it to you for nothing. I guess, right? So this player might be in trouble. I mean, I don't see how they're not losing a piece. They have a trick, though. What if I play bishop a6 first? Bishop a6. c4. Bishop a6, b3. Man, that's a disturbing move. Then I win the exchange. How about rook f e8 and my queen is trapped? Not exactly. I have queen f4 as well. So like rook e8, a queen f4 will give white knight d3 in critical position. Bishop a6 is interesting. Having trouble deciding there. Here I wanted this diagonal. Be able to castle, obviously. Though I don't know about Nefidaus. Decision there. I missed something. Lucky I have a resource. Racehorse. The Preakness. It's lucky I have a racehorse. It's that time of year again. So this looks dubious for black. Really pinning him on that open file. Scary for black. I was concerned about Notch Papa getting the initiative here, so we at least sort of keep him at bay. Take with the pawn. Then try to break his center. Take with the bishop is safer. Still we're going to try to break his center. So Mr. Slowhand, he knows his Schliemann lines. Bishop e5. Bishop takes c2, rook c1, and white still seems to cling to something. You know what? Bishop c2, rook c1, bishop f5, rook c7, rook c8, rook b7. Then I'm down 2 pawns with the initiative. Or c5. c5, c3. It's also possible to play rook e8 first. DK guy, where did this come from? Bishop e6. Asking for it. He's asking for it, ladies and gentlemen. %99 of tactics don't work. Said it a million times and I'll say it again. So, bishop e6, pawn e6, knight e6. Queen d7. There's nothing special for white. Bishop g7. Knight g7, bishop e6. That's forget about it. I had to just... The thing that worries me is a5, a4 in this type of structure. I don't really want that to happen. It's a complicated position to play. Let's see, I get a pawn. 3 pawns. Alright, whatever. You're going to take on c2? Can't do that. Can you? Oh, he's on f2 with queen c2. Bishop e6, pawn e6, bishop g7. Knight g7. Sack 2 pieces to win 1 back. Not really good math there. WJ Lou, thanks, man. Thank you. 200 bits. Well, I wish I didn't have to calculate complex tactical sacrifices with no time. It looks like I have time, but really not a lot. I'm not going to do this. I don't think this works. I would have rook d2 there as some sort of intermediate move against the guy if he tried to take on c2, actually. Intermediary. The intermediary. Just develop. Alright, so it's been a long time. It was Jim. That was the obvious. The obvious possibility. Queen a4. Good move. No one is surprised. By this identity. Rook b4. Have a pawn. I have to play rook b4. Not sure what it does, though. It's like impossible to beat Notch Papa, except maybe in time pressure. You can't really beat him on the board. Opening is probably one of the best in the business here. Maybe bishop h3. Don't really want to give that bishop up. He plays rook a8 anyway, which is a good move. Guess we should just retreat. Alright, Nefedov, are you going to castle queenside? I guess so. Safe assumption. For some reason, I overlooked that possibility. Belated queenside castling. Maybe with a mate. A surprise mate. I want a castle on the other side, if you don't mind. Hoping you don't mind. Crazy position here. Is my queen trapped? I have knight f3 again. Some ideas with b4 to open the position. This is just a wild idea by black, trying to get away with this. Really shouldn't be justified. Hope my queen isn't trapped. Okay, so what next? Rook f8? I don't really want to do that. Castling queenside? Really wanted to castle kingside. Dude. Sack a pawn, bishop e6, take, king f7. I just want to get my king to the king side, please. Does he have any threats here? Jim found it. But I'm facing a lot of pressure. King f7 doesn't feel right. I can't play g5. The knight is getting to be a problem. Maybe a4 is necessary. Then he's going to play knight b1. Can't so easily. This is a weird position. f5 not castling. Well, I will help you there. I will castle. Wait, what just happened? Queen e2. You want my pawn? You want to play queen c4? It's weird. Sort of tiring me out, making me confused. Knight c6, bishop e3. You're on my g6 pawn too. Am I seriously worried about my pawn? On a6? Should that be my concern here? I think not. I think not. All right. So, bishop takes, rook c1, bishop e4, rook c7, bishop g2, rook g1, bishop e4, bishop b7, rook b7, I mean. Rook b8. I can't let him in, so I just have to have compensation. I mean, I'm not going to be able to get my pawn back. That's all right. We can live without it. Paint happy trees. You're in the wrong stream. Autophagus seems to be in trouble here. Very bad Joko piano for black. Queen d3, among other things. This actually looks really strong. Okay. Ayeste. What happens on d4? All right, what's up? 92. Where are you going? You're going to e3. Is my queen trapped yet? Are we there yet? Pretty close. Trapped. Wow, g3. That's kind of a surprising move. It looks a little dangerous for white to weaken that diagonal. I am not unhappy that he played that. Taking right away. No problem. I underestimated this move. I did not expect d5. Tries for a monster knight on e6. I could have just miscalculated. Holy crap. Did I just totally miscalculate? Knight f5, you have e4, and you're winning? That's just bogus and unfair, if that works. It's ridiculous. White should have been winning here. I'm going to have to take on e5, it looks like. I can't believe it. I had f5 covered. I have knight f5, and it doesn't work. I can sack an exchange. Knight f5, e4, rook e4, bishop e4, queen e4. I get 2 pawns for the exchange. Knight f5, it doesn't work because he has this ridiculous move, knight f5, e4, rook e4, queen f5. Unbelievable. Black's position is so lost there. It's an unbelievable miracle for him if that tactic saves him, because he deserves to lose. Oh man. So queen d3 is just a huge blunder, walking right into this move. I could play anything in this position. Every move wins for white. And I play queen d3, threatening mate, and when he has f5. Knight f5, e4. And suddenly white is just screwed. Rook e4, queen f5. Lucky move. What would I get there? 2 pawns for the piece? I get only 2 pawns for a piece. That hurts. Wow. That's so sick. Devastating. Double position ruined. That is Asterbate. What are you doing? Every game you give me a piece for nothing. Is it just to make it easier for me? You're handicapping yourself on purpose? Can't believe it. So is my queen trapped? I can attack e6. Queen f7. This is an awkward position. So I guess to sacrifice 2 pawns. It's a bit much. Objectively. Alright, the knight needs to go. The knight needs to go. We can arrange for that, right? Queen a5. We can get rid of that knight. He didn't take the pawn, but played king h8. Interesting. The secret move we've all been waiting for. calmly sidestepping the tactics, winning a piece. Well, I have to like move my dark squared bishop. I have to at least get the rook for that. That thing. This is a very, very disturbing turn of events. We didn't even know that DK guy plays the Sicilian, so I didn't suspect him. I really don't know what to do. Alright, so Nefedov, what's happening here? Objectively, you're not castling. You mean you're not castling at all this game? You just don't do that. Surprising. G4, anyone? How do you feel about G4? He might yet castle kingside. I think he's trying to castle kingside. I mean, he certainly could have tried castling queenside last move. Fighting for the center. I'm just playing on general instincts. Masturbate. Thanks for the free game. And now, bishop takes c2, rook c7. Maybe it's not that bad for me. I can play like rook e7. It's going to be a little bit of torture for black. He'd also hold the file there, so why should I give him that, actually? But it's kind of a frustrating position because I don't have any sort of dynamics here. I don't really know what to do. Passive. White's in big trouble. Knight e4 though. Knight e4 is not something I'm real happy to see. H4. H4, knight e4. Not really into that. F5 should be considered. Should be considered. I mean, even if he does get a knight to d6, it's not fatal immediately. Knight f4 immediately. Speaking of immediately, knight f4 is an interesting move. Takes rook g8. That's kind of scary for white, but no immediate refutation. Yikes. Oh man. F5, anyone? Let's give it a try. Only live once. Someone on sound. A5 was played with a very subtle threat. Everything he's got. Putting everything into it. Unbelievable. This guy. What's my move again? He offered a draw with 2 pawns down? Really? Yes, if you have to go, let us know. All right. But I'm not taking a draw 2 pawns up. Normally not my policy. We got to get a little active around here. Right. I have a feeling about this game. It's not going to be good for me. It's just going to get worse progressively from here. All right, 95. We must take. Nefedov seems to want a castle kingside. But we're obviously winning. There is a chance I could lose my A pawn, I guess. This stops h5. Scotch. Don't even tease me with that. So now, I was thinking about knight f4. Because knight f4 actually works now. Although he's got f7 check. King f7. 95. Oof. That f7 could be enough to kind of put me off. Queen g3 check. Bishop c5, another idea. But my main focus was on this move. It feels too slow. He's got bishop g6 too. I really, really may have done myself in now. Knight f4, f7 check. Wait, king f8 there. No, then I don't have rook g8. That defeats the whole purpose of it. Knight f4, f7 check, king takes. Knight e5 check. Queen e5. Queen e5. No, it's not happening. That's not happening. This was a little bit of a risky decision by me, giving our opponents some counterplay. Oh man, I wish I had just played it last move. I guess we'll go with the original intention. Rad the brown. Keeping solid here. Bishop c4. All right. I have queen d5. No, of course not. Of course it doesn't work. Why would a tactic work? Basically, Nefedov was down a pawn and he's not castled. I mean, this should be practically over. But he is turning the castle. I guess I have f5. Sacking the pawn for the initiative. Bishop f8, bishop f1. What is that? Lose material? Good idea. Alright, so yeah, that's enough of that. I'm sorry. You're threatening a3. I totally missed this. I mean, I could easily be losing in one move because of this. It's ridiculous. Wow. I guess I'll be moving my king. I guess d8 isn't a good choice. I didn't feel particularly like I'm losing anything on this. I kind of like your bishop better on a4. So now we have some issues, it would appear. Hard to find a weak point. DK guy's position. Can you pinpoint the weakness? There is none. Okay. Yep, that's the problem. There is no weakness. I'm going to lose a pawn here, I guess. I have queen f3. The bishop is actually loose on f8. Theoretically, I can play queen f4. Something that attacks his bishop, but if his bishop comes to the center, queen f4 isn't a good square for my queen. I really want to play f3. I can't waste all my life on this move. We have e4 at some point. For lack of a better plan. My knight not well placed on c6. His knight's not that well placed on d2. Sort of battling over that, I guess. The a pawn, though, a bit of a liability for white here. My move doesn't do a whole lot. So, I guess f8 if I have to choose a square. Either way, it's not great. This f5 was a bit too much. e4, that's the plan. And now, how do you make progress? My bishop is good. Mr. Slowhand way down on time. You're trying to take my pawn on g6. That's not very nice. I have knight c6. f4, no. What is Summon on Sound actually threatening here? Momentarily nothing, right? That's never a good sign. Makes me very, very suspicious. He's not threatening something. We gotta go get him quickly. What's happening here? How about, did I just play that move? I didn't mean to play it for sure. Whoa. Alright, we're all confused now. I think I win a piece, though. It's not the greatest square for my king. Tricky. Tricky, tricky. Whatever. Nefdov didn't take the pawn. This king is toast. He's got that queen f7. Damn. Queen f7 will save him. just in time. I mean, it's not really going to save him. He should really come under a withering attack here. We should be winning pretty easily. But I don't want to give him an endgame where he could survive. That's the last thing I want here. The withering attack. Wow. How does this work? Pressure on C1. There was a similar game against Notch Papa some weeks ago, I think. Maybe a month or two ago. Because time I can never really keep track of. But, Acerbate, what's up, man? You're spamming. Acerbate. Your games lately, I don't know what's going on with you. You're giving me pieces every game. That's got to stop. Strange opening today. Acerbate, what compelled you to play like bishop g5 and trade off your dark squared bishop? What would compel you to do that? h4. This is probably a useful move. Hard for black to do anything here now. That knight coming to e4 should be stopped. My queen gets trapped. And the queen feels trapped on h5, trapified. This is a subtle ending. A little bit of a subtle endgame here. Kind of like playing Nefedov, exchange Lopez. Rad de Brown certainly knows how to take the fun out of playing the Schliemann. Slow hand sealing the king side. So it's basically a draw. It seems like it's likely to be a draw. His kingside majority is kind of devalued. We've still got some play on the queen side, but it seems like it should be equal here. Still, I don't know. You know, when should I break down and be willing to go into an opposite colored bishop endgame or something like that? Uh-oh. Queen e6. What are you doing? I can't give you that. I can't give you that pawn. Right. Withering attack. Where is it? Where's my so-called withering attack here? Queen h5. Looks pretty convincing. Is it truly withering? Maybe the rook first. Play the rook first. He's got some stuff there. But I mean, seriously? I don't know, maybe I just did a bad move. Jim. Don't like that. I don't like what Jim is doing to me here. He's got counterplay like almost out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, I would say. It generated out of nowhere. What if I take counterplay from nowhere? And knight d4. c5, another solid move. Can I win a pawn? No. Can I win a pawn? I mean, objectively, I guess I should start focusing on some sort of kingside attack, but it seems difficult to realize. Keeping the tension while his knight improves its position, is that a good idea? I'm trying to be practical. Triple attack that pawn. I have to admit I missed that too. Black's king is not safe here. Kasparovian sort of attacking chances. Okay. Kasparovian has been called. Are you going to try to do something aggressive like c4? You better not. Best not. I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to offer a draw. I'm down a pawn, but I have compensation. Scary position. Funny. My white square bishop is worth a lot of money in this position. He just played knight on d to c4. I'm not even sure what that does. I mean, he played knight e5. He could take my white square bishop. h4 was like a mouse slip. So takes. Knight takes c6. I really don't want to lose my white square bishop here. But he also has knight e3. So maybe, where do I put it, actually? Like here, and then move it away again? He's going to go to b6 anyway. This is wild. No, bishop d5. I don't know. So Jim, you're making me crazy, dude. That knight needs to go. I am very concerned about this. This guy. Seriously. I don't think I have time for my intended plan. Rook b2? Do I have time for any plan? It's unbelievable. The DK guy. Make your rooks great again. I feel like black's better there. Wait, knight d5, I have that? Or knight b5? Isn't knight b5 winning a pawn? Not that clear. You can give it a try. Running out of time. All right. You have bishop c4. Sneaky. Your knight is better than my knight. Is that what you're telling me? You might be right about that. So, welcome guys to the Simul. We had a short Simul today, or a smaller Simul today because of lichess Simul page not working again this week. Don't know what's up with that, but it better get fixed soon. C6, knight back to c4. d5, yeah, that's not good. In fact, like c4 could be a good move for him. Maybe I should just play this. Ugh. He's tied down to a4 here. Yeah, even the c4 bothers me. But that rook in game, probably a draw if I play d5. I'm a little bit freaked out by this. Very strange decision to play d5 by me, frankly. I feel like I'm falling asleep here against Chef Master. You need to just play faster. So the draw was declined, but I would debate whether my opponent has any sort of way of playing for a win here objectively. But he has the right to play for a win. I thought with his time I was being a nice guy. Apparently not. Thought I was doing him a favor. Offering him a draw. Goes into the endgame. Bishop e6. After much thought. So what's exactly happening here now? This looks very strange. Very strange indeed. Lack of coordination due to non-castling. So I don't understand, like, what if I play knight c4? g6, is that a big deal? Yes and no. I have another knight. Where that came from. Yeah, I like this. Nefedov cashing in. Rook h4 now. Seems difficult to meet that. I really ought to play this first. No, I'm down a piece. I'm not sure, do I have a mate? Like, that could be bad. I guess I have to take first. Alright. Did I blunder then? Possible. Blunder. Blunderfied. What was my plan? Not really sure. Jim pulled back the knight to f4. I was seriously concerned it was even going to be worse than that. But he knows what he's doing. Now he's got knight d3. Jim is a scary player. Okay, my rooks can retreat. I think I need to pull this queen away to defend a little. Dude, what just happened? Oh, Mr. Slow just sacked the exchange. Interesting. Not what I expected. You have bishop c4. Speaking of sacking the exchange. Tactics never work. It's just ridiculous. Unbelievable. No way to attack white here. I mean black in any way. It's crazy. Literally, all of my pieces are centralized. And I have no tactic. These got bishop takes g2. Just craziness. How about f4? We just go for it. Knight d5. Might be a problem for me. I guess pawn d5. Pawn d5. It sounds like pawn d5. Knight takes is possible, right? It's dangerous either way. Scary. Just ridiculously scary position. Queen a8. Anybody? Want to try that? Pawn f2 check. Rook f2. Infidov has this lucky miracle. Miscalculation by me. I got a little bit cocky. Still probably a terrible position for black. So don't offer any draws. I would imagine this is still winning for white. My bishop needs to be protected. I can't keep track of what's going on here. Everyone's moving like instantaneously. Yeah, white should be slightly better here, but I don't imagine that Mr. Slow is winning. What is that about over there? Scary move. It's going to be hard to get rid of him. What happened? Bishop b3? Oh my goodness. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know. Am I better? Objectively? What happened now? Okay, let me understand this. So I can play like e6 or rook h4. Well, I don't want to lose my pawn. You couldn't play g6. That's good. Wouldn't want you playing that. That's not a good move. Well then, we're starting to have problems here. Looks like we're going to lose to DK guy. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like an alien. Jim has this another sort of hidden threat with rook g2. It's a little like playing Asterbait. You don't really know where it's coming from. I never imagined I was getting attacked with rook e2. Speaking of never imagined, I was getting attacked. Good God, man. This guy hasn't used any time in like the last 20 moves. Has anybody else noticed that? It's not just me, right? This is a really strange position. I'm winning a piece with h4, but not really. That's kind of dangerous. So Nefertov has this for real? What? It's like, really? Pawn takes, rook takes, king takes, check, queen b1 check, king e2, or king f2. Do I have another move? he just speculating there? I've been tacticked. D5. That's a bad sign. So if I take, you take with the pawn. If I take on e6 and play like queen f7, what is Chef Master's rating? Like 2,300 in bullet? What? How would I have a score of 20 and 2 against you if you were 2,300 in bullet? What is going on with that? What? I'm sorry, I don't understand. What's going on with that? You're 2,300 in bullet, and my overall score against you is 20-2. How does that work? You must have like alternates playing on your account or something. That's weird. We'll have the alternate today. Okay, that just freaks me out. I mean, how could he be 23rd bullet with 2 and 20 score? Very strange. Anyway, whatever. I guess we're gonna lose that. Interesting game. I think this is also hopeless. This is a new player I've never played before, but their moves just seem to get faster and faster. Whatever. We were desperate for players today. Doesn't look good. I want to thank lichess for nothing working on the site. Like the Simul lobby and tournaments not being visible anymore. Okay, so what do? I'm so sick of this, honestly. Jim has got the crazy positional style. Okay, we're just winning a piece? Not so simple. Seems like everyone's accelerated over the last moves. Okay, knight d5. That probably is some weird way of losing a piece, right? I talked about this exchange sack that doesn't work. This is very strange. So knight d5, you just move your queen somewhere? Like queen d6? No, not so easy. I'm losing a piece this way. It's very complicated. I just have to play blitz now. I don't understand why I've got so much lag suddenly. My server lag is like, I can't even get, like, check it out. I can't even get a server ping or server lag. My ping is 1019, 746. I've got this sick lag. I can't even play, guys. So I'm just going to flag on all boards due to server lag. If you could take a little bit of time on your moves. I'm apparently screwed by my server. Suddenly something started happening. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not on Wi-Fi. Of course not. It doesn't seem to matter. I don't know. But I've got like this massive lag wave. But it's never lichess's fault. Nothing is ever lichess's fault. It's kind of like Trump. Rook b3, knight b3, rook b3. We could sack the exchange. I kind of like it. You know, I'm tired of Jim dictating all the terms all the time in this game. I mean, I'm not going to make it. So if you want to play, you might want to not move instantly against me if you can. Because I'm probably just going to flag on all the boards that are remaining. I got pinged down to 428. What's happening here? Well, I get it. Just like this started just now. The last few moves, really. Didn't have that lag before. So AutoFi just seems to have some sort of saving move constantly, no matter what I do. Holy crap. Anyway, I'm just dead. I mean, there's no way I'm going to be able to move fast enough with this lag. It's my internet. Got a really bad storm. I don't know. We've had a lot of storms lately. So I don't know if it has something to do with that. I don't know how much more I can take of this. Him constantly having a defense against everything. All right, what do we got here? Endgame? I dropped a piece? Wow. Oh well. Strange, this game. I can't even switch from board to board for the most part. This has got to be a blunder. I don't see a point in continuing that. I have no chance against that guy. All right. I thought it would be an interesting game, but apparently not. This outside pawn should try to go somewhere, but not so easy. I didn't want to resign, but the time lag was just too much for me. Ayesta gains time every move. I don't understand where this lag came from. Maybe just my computer being turned on all day. If I turned it off and on, it would probably stop, but I had no way to stop the stream. So we're just going to lose in most of our games on time. I think in this case, no surprise. Man, that's irritating. Perfect move. I don't know how much more ambulances I can take in this country. Apparently the most prevalent ambulance country in the world, Hungary, for some reason. No one really knows why. Ah, perfect. Good game, Nefedov. Well played. 37 seconds. So I'm just going to flag the rest of my games due to some mysterious lag wave. Don't know why I had 37 seconds left against Nefedov there. I don't quite understand that. I don't think I quite get that. Good game, Nefedov. Well played. I should have taken the draw in a completely winning position, obviously. All right. We'll start an investigation. I was down to 35 seconds against Nefedov, and I don't really know why. Particularly against him. I was down to 39 seconds. $37. I'll just offer draws. And I have no idea. I have I have mega lag. I can't even play. I'm just flagging on all boards. I can't even make a move. No, DK guy, I should just resign against you. Because you're like winning. Surely there. Surely. DK guy should be winning. I mean, I shouldn't have to get a draw from that one. This is awkward. Yeah, okay, Mr. Slowhand. You got me. I think when out for a draw, it was completely equal. But the lag is too much. I can't handle all these boards. Is the video down? I don't think so. Shouldn't be. Nothing wrong with our video. Some sound you're not watching.